Most people have heard of Warwick's boxing legend Randolph Turpin, but there's another legend in Warwick who's largely been forgotten. His name was Jack Burns and he came to Warwick from Scotland in the 1880s. Jack lived here in Stan Street. He worked just a few hundred yards away at the newly formed Warwick Golf Course. Golf really took off in the 19th century and Warwick Racecourse was the first golf course to be built in Warwickshire. Colonel Boothby, a keen golfer, set up the club with the Earls of Warwick and Aylesford as patrons. So why did Jack come all the way from Scotland to Warwick? It wasn't just his greenkeeping skills Colonel Boothby was looking for, it was Jack's talent as a golfer. Born in 1859, the son of an Irish labourer, Jack grew up in St Andrews and started earning his living as a plasterer. We don't know when he first started playing, but the St Andrews golf course, just like ours here in Warwick, is a public course on common land, so you don't have to be a club member to play on it. He obviously had talent for the game, as there's reference to him being a professional in the St Andrews Club minutes as early as 1885. So when golf courses started springing up all over England, he, along with a lot of other Scottish professionals, moved south. What makes Jack stand out from the others is what happened in October 1888. Jack went back to St Andrews to take part in the annual Open Golf Championship. He competed in it before, and although he had a reputation as one of the longest drivers on the course, he wasn't one of the favourites to win. But he defied the experts and tied for first place with two other players, the famous Ben Sayers and Davey Anderson. Jack was expecting to take part in the playoff the following day until somebody spotted an error in his score. His outward 47 should have been totaled as a 46. Players are only responsible for recording their hole-by-hole scores, not for adding them up, so Jack was declared the winner by one stroke. His winning score of 171 wouldn't be considered good today, but it was for the time. Golf equipment wasn't as sophisticated as it is now. The clubs that Jack would have used would have looked a little bit like this. They were made of hickory shafts, persimmon head and a leather grip. Very, very difficult golf clubs to use. Modern golf clubs have changed. They now use carbon fibre in the shafts, titanium heads, nice and lightweight with a rubber grip, making them much easier. The irons that Jack would have used, again, would have been made of a hickory shaft with an iron head. A modern iron now would look a little bit like this. Again, a carbon fibre shaft, easy to use head with a rubber grip, making them much more user friendly. So, did winning the Open change Jack's life? In short, no. He won a grand total of £8. That's equivalent to about £600 today. Slightly less than the £945,000 first prize for this year's winner. So Jack came back to Warwick to work on the golf course till 1891. He then moved back to St Andrews to get a job on the railways. We haven't forgotten Jack. We've still got his commemorative plaque here still at Warwick Golf Centre. And each year we compete for the Jack Burns Trophy. Golf has been played at Warwick Golf Course ever since. The course has moved slightly since Jack looked after it, but it's still a lovely 9-hole golf course. So if you think you could be the next Jack Burns, Warwick Golf Centre is a great place to start.